yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Eu tenho sorvete. Eu tô tomando sorvete. Bruxo. Oi.
Those platforms don't look very safe. Be careful.
I don't know how I've managed without you.
Eu tenho mais apigor de horta. Eu acho, pelo visto eu não posso ligar na parede de novo. Eu não posso mais grudar da parede. E eu acho que eu perdi meu balão também. Ah, feio.
Why are there saws here?
It makes no sense.
Bem, faz sentido que eu não tenha mais sapatos que grudam, porque eles roubaram minha perna. Eu acho que aqui eu também não vou afundar, né? É.
Should have brought a bucket and spade. No rush to save the world, I take it.
Shush. Eu tô olhando o mapa. Não.
Are you rebooting?
Tá louca?
Did you see that saw?
I saw the saw.
Pera, acho que tem mais coisa aqui.
Jump.
Shush. Ó.
Why are you dressed like that?
Por que você não tá vestido desse
Keep
jeito?
your nuts away from those saws.
And my bolts.
Ops, eu não vi aquilo ali.
This time, buddy, I believe in you.
Eu tô morrendo de propósito, cara. Relaxa.
Do you ever wonder why we're all here?
This isn't the time for it.
Eu estou aqui pra me tornar um menino de verdade. Ô,
This
sacola.
must be more difficult than it looks.
It's harder than flying around on top of the collision.
So you're taking the high road.
It's how I was programmed.
Nearly there. Concentrate.
Ai.
As we sat waiting for the helicopter to pass, we continued chatting. I told Fort about everything that had happened to me, about my quest to clean a million things, about my friends and about everything that had happened on the moon. All I want now is to go home, I said.
You can come to my home,
Said Fort.
I'm on the run, but it's pretty safe there.
When I asked Fort why he was on the run, he told me about everything that had happened to him, how after the nice virus there would be no more war and therefore no need for most soldiers. Soldiers like him. As my model was designed to destroy other robots, we were built with an incredibly powerful core, he said. There was no way to disarm us, so we were put to death. Because of our power, the only way we could be detonated was deep underwater, miles out at sea. Even then it caused huge explosions. But while we were waiting to get on the boat, I just sort of ran off. As soon as the helicopter had gone, Fort said,
Let's move.
"Here we go."
Eu não vi.
Stay low and move fast. Jump on the spot in the sand so you don't sink.
Have you got a spare rocket pack? Why couldn't you live in a pyramid?
Too expensive. I wish you could fly right up to the sky.
But I can't.
That noise is annoying.
Ok, pelo menos eu peguei todo o lixo.
This used to be used for archaeology surveys.
Ah, sacola, viu? Ih! Ah, eu não entendo esse jogo.
This part has its ups and downs. We're very exposed up here.
This seemed quite valuable.
Uhum.
We're so high. Reminds me of a balloon trip I took with the old man.
That's a relief. I thought you were dead.
Now, this was clearly worth something.
Hum. Deixa eu ver o que mais que tem aqui embaixo. Sei que tem lixo ali em cima. É, qualquer coisa dá pra pegar ali.
Nice one, geezer. Take your time.
Turu, turu, turu.
Some things were worthless junk, but this could be sold for a decent price.
Que susto! E não sobrou nada aqui não, né? Eu ver que você correndo. E
Ford said that it would be best if we waited in this building, the helicopter still sounding nearby, and we were in no massive rush. We soon got chatting again. Ford explained how the robot cow had happened very quickly. It was a matter of days after the nice virus hit. Every robot that was deemed unnecessary was destroyed, even harmless ones. It was considered logical and for the greater good, he said. I wasn't sure what to say. I didn't think we could raise an army to fight the man in black, but I supposed I'd hope we could do something to defend ourselves by the time they returned to Earth. As Fort filled the birds' dishes with food, I asked him why he carried them with him. They can't fly anymore, so I feel kind of protective of them, he said. We found them in a bombed-out building. It was so nice how he cared for them. I smiled and asked him their names.
This is Barry, and this little lady is Alice.
I don't know why I picked those names, but I knew why, and it made me smile. When we found them, they were badly hurt, but my friend, she nursed them back to health. I asked him where his friend was now, but Fort just looked at the floor and said,
The helicopter must be gone by now.
Oh. Oh no.
You've got to help me take the gunship down.
Eu não sei porque que eu fui quando ele tava voltando.
I'm not a soldier anymore.
The killer instinct is still inside you deep down.
That's in the past.
I can't do this without you.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
It's a drone gunship. It doesn't have feelings.
I will try. I've got an idea. Get me some fuel.
Ow! Eu não... Ah, ok.
Maybe I can turn up the power on these thrusters.
Eu podia se aproximar mais, né, cara? Eu posso simplesmente segurar. Não.
That's her. Wearing her favorite dress, said Fort. She was a concierge robot, classy, intelligent, and designed to serve man. But when all the men were gone, just like me, she wasn't needed anymore. Fort sighed and gently placed the photo back on the shelf. I thought I would try to cheer him up. Looking around the room, I saw a battered old piano, and thought I would try playing the tune Heather had taught me.
Oh boy. Onde saiu sua bateria, cara?
I told Fort how great I thought his house was, and I truly meant it. But I knew I needed to get back to my quest. However, things soon got serious when I mentioned my gloves and shoes. Do you mean the magic shoes of gravity defiance? Fort asked. And Atlas gloves of mighty strength. They sounded far grander when he described them, but I was pretty sure he meant the same things. The sacred artifacts, Fort said, but before I could reply he burst into an explanation about how there were certain things from some kind of half-remembered time that the robot rulers considered sacred and holy. I used to believe in it all, the words, the prophecies, I even believed in the chosen one, said Fort. But after she... Well, I just couldn't swallow all the ghost stories and the nonsense about the afterlife. You know what I mean, buddy. I didn't know about the afterlife, or the chosen one, but I knew ghosts were real. I then began to explain how Mr. Preston had told me the story about how Mrs. Silton had told him a story about the brother of a man who works with her uncle giving a young motorcyclist a lift after a crash outside the Blackwall Tunnel. He pulled up outside the motorcyclist's destination, but when the man turned around, the motorcyclist had vanished. So he knocked on the door and an old woman answered. When he asked her if she had a son, the woman burst into tears and said I did, but he died in a motorcycle accident exactly 10 years ago, just outside the Blackwall Tunnel. And so we began a conversation that would take us long into the night. I shared the various philosophies that the old man had taught me about life, the universe and Douglas Adams, while Fort explained the robot philosophies, how there was a yearly competition to find the chosen one, how they and only they would deserve the sacred artifacts, and how they would rule the world. It all sounded so grand. But I suppose I was tired. I'd be happy now if I could just sit and play some video games. Eventually Fort stood up. Well, it's late, he said. I need to recharge. How are your batteries? I honestly had no idea how my batteries were, so I smiled and said, I'll be fine here, thanks.
Eu não preciso de baterias. Oh! Eu tenho um amigo no meu sonho, pelo visto. Ah, eu perdi um. Por que você fez isso, jogo?
I'll do it, was the first thing I said to Ford in the morning.
Do what?
Came his reply with a strange look. So I explained how I would enter this chosen one contest, get these sacred shoes and gloves, then we would return home and defend the planet from the man in black.
Who will, buddy?
Asked Ford.
Me
And you? He had a point, but I knew Heather and the rest of my friends would help. Maybe it was the talk that Ford and I'd had. Maybe it was the dream I had last night, or maybe it was just the urge to get home and make sure everyone was safe. But I suddenly felt like I could save the world.
Come on then, buddy, said Ford. Show me what you've got. If you're going to win the contest, you'll have to be good.
Oh boy. Pong. No! Hey! Isso é muito boa. Aí!
Ford leant back with a big smile.
It's a long way.
He said,
To the contest, I mean. It'll take us months to walk to the robot capital. We had best get going.
Pong jogo. Ah, é o primeiro jogo que o velho ensinou.
again, on Ford's suggestion, we mainly traveled at night. Even though the world was such a mess, the twilight still made everything look quite beautiful. We took refuge in another bombed-out building, with Ford deciding when it was time to move again.
Foi fácil,
We spent the
incrível.
next few months traveling like this until eventually we made it to the robot capital city. Ford had told me how the capital used to be a human city, but after the war, the robots had more than taken over. However, I didn't expect a literal cathedral of video games. I joined the queue and signed up for the tournament as soon as I could. I'll be over there, buddy. Good luck, said Ford as he found a seat with some huge agricultural robots and attempted to blend in. Before the competition began, the host spoke of many rules, laws and grand philosophies, comparing life to various video games. It sort of reminded me of Alice's church, but with none of the warmth or compassion. But still everyone clapped. There were to be 3 rounds to the competition, with a choice of 2 games per round. The player with the highest score would win, and advance to the next round. I won the coin toss, so it was my decision which game we played.
E eu prefiro esse.
Play a short song and score as many points as you can.
Eu olhei pra cima antes da hora.
Ladies and gentlemen, your round 1 winners.
Yay!
Well done, said Fort. I knew you could do it, buddy. Round 1 was in the bag, but now it was time to meet my opponents for round 2. Shoot everything and score as many points as you can.
Eu não sou boa nisso. R$1.590, ok. Consegui.
Ladies and gentlemen, these 4 are your semi-finalists. Fort smiled as I stepped off the stage, but neither of us said anything. We were too focused on winning.
Eu não sou bom da Olimpíadas, então eu tenho que ir com esse.
Everything and score as many points as you can.
Eu não sou boa das Olimpíadas. 570. Uf.
It was quite horrible, but I, and the other loser of round 3, soon found ourselves inside a crusher. But my own personal cheat code kicked in, as my Lazarus chip took me back far enough.
Oh boy.
Shoot everything and...
Eu nunca joguei esse antes. De novo. Eu não...
Shoot everything and score. Try to score as many points.
Oh boy. Eu fiquei muito cedo. Ok, esse aqui é mais fácil se for só isso.
Try to score as many.
Acho que eu ganhei.
So here we have it. These two are our ultimate competitors. They will now fight it out in the final round. Cover the level with ectoplasm as fast as you can.
Oh boy. Eu não sou boa nisso. 60 segundos. Eu não peguei o bolo. Falta ali em cima.
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in. Cover the level with ectoplasm as fast as you can. Everyone cheered. The host even declared me the winner. But then, for some reason, a videotape which contained a better score than mine was presented. I was then informed that I would have to play my opponent again, but now on a mystery game. It seemed a little unfair, but I guess it was supposed to be some kind of tiebreaker.
Let's go. Oh boy. No. Go. Me.
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
Esse jogo novo é uma droga. Ah, por que esse treco é tão ruim de controlar?
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
Tem alguma dica pra essa bodega? Ele não me fala. Queria que tivesse como pular isso aqui. Mano. Ele escorrega muito.
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
Realmente não tem como. Eu vou pesquisar de novo. Pera um pouco. Hum... Cadê? Não quero saber do capítulo 11, eu quero saber do capítulo 20. Eu vou ter que procurar realmente no YouTube. Não, é o capítulo 19, pelo visto. Peraí. Eu tenho que ver vídeo. Odeio quando tem que ver vídeo. Passar aqui pra não ter áudio. Hum, aqui. Tem como ganhar naquela. Só pra vocês não ficarem sem música, eu vou pra minha pausa. Rapidinho. Aqui, voltei. Vamos lá. Oh, sacola, deu muita curva. Ai, que saco! Ah!
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
Nossa, cara. Nossa, cola. Hum.
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked
Como é que eu
in.
pulo essa bodega? Eu quero pular! Não vale, ele pode bater de cara nas bodegas e... Não vale, esse cara pode bater em todos os negócios e ele não morre.
Robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
Eu já teria morrido, porque ele bateu no negócio. Mano, eu consegui finalmente.
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when
Blá,
my
blá, blá, blá,
Lazarus
blá.
chip.
Mas que droga foi essa? O cara não tem colisão nenhuma. Eu odeio esse jogo. Nota passa. Finalmente.
I had finally won round 4, and thus the whole competition.
Ah,
Unknown to me but seemingly well known to everyone else, there was more to come.
Seu trapaceiro do caramba.
As I walked forwards, I heard a voice reciting a poem. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. Show me your mark, demanded the yellow machine. I would have done as he said, but I had no idea what he meant. The machine sighed.
Your serial number. Who are you, robot?
To me, the number had always looked unimpressive, but it clearly meant something to this machine. For several minutes he called me things like the firstborn, the chosen light, the cleanser of the world, and of course, literally, the one.
No matter,
said the machine when he finally composed himself. Before you can take the artifacts, we must play
the game. Winner stays on.
Você acabou de perder.
You of all people should know. This contest was conceived after we won the war. To find the greatest robot. To find the one. I beat my predecessor and he beat his. However, I have an advantage. The humans broadcasting their nice virus wasn't the first time I had felt the sweet sting of life. Long before then I briefly worked in a seaside arcade. However, I was recalled in 1974 when my AI was deemed too great for the general public. No one could beat me then, and no one can beat me now.
Pong?
That was a fluke. My point. Nice to see you trying.
Celeiro de pão é só tentar acertar a bola. Dane-se ângulo, dane-se todo o resto.
Pathetic.
Me movi demais.
Stop doing that. That was just luck. that was just luck.
Ganhei.
Sometimes my conquered opponent has to be coaxed into submission, said the machine. Some by force, some by bribery, some just need a few simple words. But I understand my fate.
There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire. Why haven't you done it? The button is right there. My soul is yours to take. But killing him was the last thing I wanted to do. So I asked him why should I? Because, he replied, this is the way things are, this is the way things have always been. So everyone wants to win this game, so they can sit in a dark cave waiting to play the game again. Things will have to change.
Ah. Oh boy. Yay! Yay!
And so, I was crowned by the grace of
God,
defender of the faith and ruler of the known world. I gave many rousing speeches to my new nation, and, when I told the machine about the moon and the man in black's army, he discussed with the Council of 9 advisors and assured me everything would be taken care of.
I had won the sacred tournament, so I, and I alone, had the right to wear the magic shoes of gravity defiance. The only trouble was, they didn't really work. I mean, they were fine as a pair of shoes, but I could no longer run up walls. But I guess this didn't really matter anymore, as one of the many perks of being the ruler of the known universe was that I could have everything I ever wanted. As awesome as my arcade was, Fort made it clear he wanted to leave, as he thought we had more important things to do.
Eu quero fazer uma cesta antes. Aô!
Come and see me when you're ready to leave.
Eu podia jogar Ritmo em King de novo. Mas não, vamos seguir, vai. Planejando terminar hoje, então?
When you're ready.
Fort was worried I was being sucked in by it all. I am not, I replied. I'm ruler of the world. Fort side. That's exactly what I mean. I've barely seen you in weeks. We were going to take Barry and Alice to the park, but all you do is play video games. You don't even care that there's a rocket coming from the moon. I've been busy, I explained, and the advisors said they'd take care of the moon. We beat the humans before. We're in a good position to enter into peace talks. Fort turned to leave the room. Buddy, you're as delusional as they are. Is this really everything you've ever wanted?
Buddy, let's talk. We need to save the world.
Oh boy. Whee!
I felt awful about how I had treated Fort, so I arranged a day out for us as soon as I could. I had completely forgotten that it was Heather's camera. Suddenly I was totally and completely overcome with the urge to go home. I thought I was happy here, but I realized I wasn't. Plus Fort was right, I was being delusional. The moon rocket must have landed by now and there really was no chance of peace. We had to do something. I told the advisors about my plan to go home and head off the Man in Black, but they seemed more concerned with taxing their own people and tried to fob me off with more days out and video games. So, we smiled and left the advisors to it, waited until dark, and on Fort's advice, just sort of ran off. It wasn't difficult to sneak out. There was no one around thanks to the robot city curfew laws, but to be honest, as I was their king, I don't think anyone would have stopped us anyway. I think my astro navigation had failed us, as neither I nor Fort remembered coming this way. Somehow we found ourselves in the massive forest, and Fort decided it was time to rest. It wasn't long before we were inside a huge sawmill.
Ow. Nyeh. Eu provavelmente posso fazer migué nessa parte, mas eu não quero. Ok, é por isso que eu não posso fazer isso.
Fort seemed quite sad about the trees being cut down. Our journey took us through a huge theme park. It was just like the one in Alice's town, but much bigger.
Aqui. De novo, ok. Ó, sacola. Escorreguei, literalmente. Aqui, eu tenho que descer escorregando e passar pra lá. Beleza. Eu pulei muito alto. Muito alto de novo. Agora, para de escorregar. Eu nem sei porque as paredes são desse jeito quando eu não posso lidar de qualquer jeito. Ah,
Both Fort and I were struck by how similar the inside of a sawmill and the inside of a roller coaster were.
não. Oh boy, tem gelo. escola, pula direito.
Eventually we wound up inside the ski resort, but we could see a huge boat in the valley below. Fort suggested we travel under the cover of night, as we were getting nearer the humans and home.
Lag.
The cruise liner carried us through the night to warmer waters. The bay that we docked the boat in looked pleasantly familiar. The gleaming white cliffs made me feel like a soldier returning home from war. It was then I realized we were literally just outside Alice's house. We were about to continue, when Fort noticed something on my shoes. And with that, they worked again, allowing me once more to defy gravity. I kind of wished we had seen this switch months ago, but Fort just seemed to find it hilarious as we continued on our way home.
Oh boy. Tem nada aqui? Como assim não tem nada pra comprar? Vem pegar meu lixo.
Now then, said the devil, I'll just clean. She is my wife, this is mine. Now that's I collect food. Everything else is junk. Go on.
Eu não tenho que parar na Big City.
The train is now departing. Big city, this is big city. Mind the doors. The train is now departing.
Mainton was the next stop. I could get back to the mainland and Mr. Silton's from here.
Mainden, this is Mainden.
Falado errado.
Mind the doors.
Eu não pago passagem? Tem nada pra comprar, tudo no...
made my way back out to the mainland.
Meu amigo não tem passaporte. Deixa eu ver se tem alguém aqui embaixo. Provavelmente não.
I suggested Fort find somewhere to hide. I thought the others may not have seen him as being as friendly as I did. I then made my way into the
Familiar damp hallway. Everyone was so pleased to see me. I explained how I had survived being dismantled and escaped from the moon. I told them about the robots and the game tournament, and everyone seemed to find it funny that I was crowned ruler of the universe. It was then that I felt a gentle tapping on my leg. I looked down and saw a small girl smiling at me. "This is our daughter Heather," said Mrs. Silton. "We named her after..." Mr. Silton burst into the room looking very angry. At first I thought he was joking, but it soon became clear that he wasn't. "I can't believe you came back here. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, Preston would still be alive." "Barry, it's not his fault." But Mr. Silton suddenly looked very sad as he said, "This robot got your daughter killed."
Whoa!
It might have been because he was 10 feet tall, or because he literally weighed a ton, but everybody was so scared it thought. Still, they all agreed it was fine for him to stay. We chatted long into the night until one by one, everyone went to bed.
Hum. Eu não sei o que tá acontecendo. Esse sonho é louco. A batalha finando. Yay.
"You can't sleep?" asked Mrs. Silton. "Me as well." "Number 2 on the way," she smiled.
At least I'm not barefoot. She then laughed, like it was a joke.
But despite having traveled the world,
I had no idea what she meant.
"I suppose everyone else will be up in a bit. I'll get breakfast started." In the morning everyone continued chatting. The subject soon got back round to the military takeover and the man in black. "We need to do something," said the old lady. "They've destroyed the peace talks with the robots. Fighting could break out again in no time." "I don't mean to sound overdramatic, but that would literally be the end of the world," explained Sim. Alice laughed. "But the army, there's no way we can fight them. We've lost our band of thieves, and, in the words of that French professor, God rest his soul, we're just some old ladies." The old lady stood up. "We just need to take back control of the satellite. We can broadcast a signal to the robots. Those robot advisors, they might listen if they actually saw this new moon army. And those giant robots, they call them killbots," said Mrs. Silton as she showed me several photos. It seems the house was surrounded by hundreds of troops and a few robots so tall they dwarfed the building itself. So, I suggested we made our way there so Fort and I could assess the situation.
Mr. Logan had got the boat out of hiding.
I now just had to sail it from the dock back to the estate.
Ah, voltou meu balão. Eu não sabia que meu balão era conectado aos meus tênis.
I took the fisherman's boat to the old man's estate. I knew you would come back here, came a horribly familiar voice.
I should have made sure you were dead when I had the chance.
It was the man in black. I have personally modified your nice virus, and now, with one flick of a switch,
I'll finish the job.
Oh. No. No. Parte.
it's pointless now, said Alice. We might as well give up. I don't know, maybe we can arrange a truce. I mean, if we agree. But Sim couldn't even finish his sentence.
Mrs. Silton just sighed.
I think she was lost for words.
We really need Barry and Logan,
if we're going to recapture the house, said the old lady.
Mrs. Silton explained she had phoned him earlier.
Apparently he sounded fine, at least until she mentioned coming home. Then he started screaming. I couldn't understand him at all. He wants nothing to do with saving the world. His words, not mine.
Sorry.
The old lady sighed. I was worried he might say that. I take it Logan stayed with him. Logan's more of a dog than the dog is, laughed Alice. The old lady was only really worried we would be outgunned. She said I would be the secret weapon as I would be able to sneak back into the house. That's true, said Sim, if we cause enough of a distraction. As long as you can get up to the roof, we'll be able to take control of the satellite. Hopefully the virus hasn't reached all the other robots around the world. Suddenly, all hell broke loose. The old lady, Alex and the others opened fire. This was just the distraction I needed to make my way up to the roof.
Ok, pelo menos eles não vão me fazer o parkour gigante de novo.
I was shocked. However, this time not just by the giant brain, but rather what the man in black had done to him.
I do not want to,
Said Mr. Deck,
but I will shoot
you if I must. Why don't you give up, said the man in black. Anton knew which side was right. Why don't you join us? I know we've had our differences, but I see potential in you. You could be my new right-hand man. You see, there's a link between you and I. Without me you wouldn't even be here. The two brothers designed and built you.
But what nobody ever told you is,
They were funded by their third brother.
me.
I was speechless. How could he, this completely evil man, have something to do with my creation?
Thank you.
Ah, isso que fez!
A minor setback, said the man in black as he disconnected a piece of the satellite hardware. I just need to take this core unit and hitch it up to one of the killbots. In fact, that will make the virus signal even stronger. Mr. Deck, said the man in black, would you be so kind as to watch the robot? Shoot him if he tries anything. Mr. Deck lowered his gun. You little yellow bastard, he said, you'd better run.
Manchante. Sim, nesse ponto eu simplesmente estou me matando, porque... foi fora da hora. Tem lixo aqui. É as serras, né? As serras elétricas. Espera aí, eu quero lixo. Faltou uma serra. Onde é que ela tá? Peguei essa. Provavelmente é aquela lá que está flutuando, só que eu não posso matar ela. Por algum motivo. E dane-se. Não, não é aqui. Onde é que eu tenho que ir? Ok, não dá pra passar por ali. Hum. Oi, Vem aqui pra minha pausa, eu já volto. Rapidinho. Voltei! Au. Esse jogo é uma porcaria quando ele me joga direto na água. Ok, obrigado. Jogo! Ué. Ok, vou socorro. Forma errada. Vem aqui. É hora do joguinho de luta. Xia. Vem aqui. Eu tô ferrada. Né? Né? Me. Mano, eu tô quase. Mano. Ah, quase. Hey, shorty, you can. É. Oxi. Eu arranquei a mão dele? Eu tentei ajudar. Oxi.
Somehow the man in grey had snuck up behind Mrs. Silton. I tried to shout down, but no one could hear me.
No!
Oi, shouted a familiar voice. Step away from my wife. The man in grey bragged with every blow. Who he'd hurt, who he'd tortured, how he'd made the world a better place. As he raised a gun to Mr. Silton's head, he said, "You're out of your depth. I'm a professional. I used to kill for the CIA." Mr. Silton just smiled and said, "Yeah, and I'm a proper
Ah! Boa. Boa.
With the rest of the great and good now stuck on the moon, and the man in black taken care of, it was reasonably easy to convince his troops to surrender. Signals came through from all over the planet, and soon the people began rebuilding civilization. And again, I was heralded as a hero. Soon the representatives from around the world held their first united meeting, and I was invited to give a speech.
Ele tá bugado. Oh, não. Acabou a
The
bateria?
old lady gently examined me, while Sim attached a cable from the diagnostic machine. "I've got some bad news," said the old lady as she took my hand. The virus is rampant in your system. It's not as bad as it was with Betty Fluffers and Fort, but it's still destroying your circuitry. I'm thinking, said Sim, it must have something to do with consciousness. Yours seems more equipped to fight. We'll still need to do something, said the old lady with a serious look. If we replace all of the affected parts, we...
No.
Come on, mate, said Mr. Silton. You know they can help. But I explained that it was too painful and hurt so much. Just having my diagnostic panel open was excruciating. So you mean you can feel things? But you're not supposed to be able to. The virus hasn't completely taken over, Sim explained. But I don't know how long you've got, maybe months, maybe years. When you, well, if it all gets a bit too much, said the old lady, come back here and we'll look after you. You should try to get everything done that you want to before then, though, said Sim. You know, maybe complete your quest, get your million things, play some games, I mean just do all the things, bucket list mate. Interrupted Mr. Silton, go paint the town red. Remember, said Alice, should you need us? Yes, should you need us, said Mr. Logan. We'll be right here, said the old lady, waiting for you.
Aww. Eu posso fazer o que eu quiser agora, pelo visto. Acho que agora eu posso explorar loucamente. Oh.
Would you like that one gift wrapped, sir? The cost for this upgrade is 80,000.
Uau. Como assim tem lixo aqui? Não era pra ter lixo aqui. posso pegar chapéus, pelo visto. Onde é que eu pego os chapéus? Onde é que estão os chapéus? Cadê chapéu? Ok. Isso eu vou procurar um guia, porque eu quero chapéu. Parece que tem um monte dentro da mansão. Pera aí. Não, não é nova aba que eu quero abrir nova janela. Baixa aqui. Aqui. Parece que só tem 2 chapéus aqui. Não, parece que são 4, só que ninguém sabe onde estão os 2 aqui. Aqui, peguei. Opa. Deixa eu facilitar a minha vida. Ué. Deixa eu confirmar. Tem algum negócio aqui? Tem aqui. Eu já falei que eu odeio essa parte. Ok. Peguei o chapéu. Ok. Não é esse. Tenho aqui no freezer agora. Qualquer outro. E o Fast. Cadê o Fast? Parte. Eu não sei onde que é isso. Eu tô no East, então. Ah, eu queria ver se o Z funcionava. Para de apertar o A, é pra apertar o Z. Ok, funciona. Onde é que é o freezer? Talvez ali em cima. Me? Leque. Ô, sacola, viu? Harry, devolve minhas cabeças. Era 351,5. Deixa eu checar aqui, vai. É 3, 2, 1. Quase. Certo. Eu quero poder ver onde é que é cada coisa. Ah, tem que ir atrás do freezer. Eu não sei onde é que é o freezer, porque não tem nome nesse mapa. Só sei que é lá pra parte de baixo na direita. Landing. Não, não, não. Eu preciso ir no... Não. Jogo maldito! Não. Tem um mapa melhor nessa porcaria, porque eu não tô sabendo nada. É, ok, tá aí o porcaria da lavanderia, mas eu tenho que ir pra lavanderia? Não, eu não tenho que ir pra lavanderia, até onde eu sei. ENG Ballroom? Mas, pera. Não sabia que tinha um chapéu aqui. Tem sim! Ok, deixa eu checar direito, mas onde tem. Ballroom, Meat Freezer. Far East Suit. Ok. Onde é que fica Far East Suit? Não, tem que ser aqui por cima, mano. Meat Seller. Não é aqui. É bom saber que é assim que funciona essa coisa. Yay, peguei o chapéu. Ok. Ahn, Parte suit. Onde é que fica esse? Talvez ali em cima? Oh, tem que ir pra minha pausa, eu já volto. Rapidinho. Voltei. Vamos. Ô, gama. Não era aqui que eu queria vir, mas... Aqui. Ah, não, pera. E vai pra onde? Não. Então, acho que pelo cinema eu consigo chegar mais rápido. Esse é um minuto. Não é aqui? Deve ser um pouquinho mais para baixo, mas eu não quero ir mais para baixo. Aqui. Aqui? Não, aqui é... Ah. Do outro lado? Puxa ali pra trancado, por quê? É, aqui onde teve a luta do boss. Ah. Embaixo, talvez? Não. Pronto, peguei tudo. Agora, tem que tirar as fotos. É na luta de boss. Da livraria. Livraria não, da biblioteca. E tá pronto. Aquelas onde é que estão essas coisas? Ali. Aqui. Jogo. Acho que eu tenho que dar a volta, né? Eu tenho que dar a volta. Yay!
This was one of the most valuable things I'd seen.
Ok, agora eu tenho que descer. Toma aqui, sacola de botão. Eu tenho que manualmente trocar o chapéu. Eu tenho que literalmente ir pegar o chapéu e voltar com a porcaria. Não é possível. Tecnicamente não precisa dos chapéus, porque eles são pra conseguir mais lixo. Se você não conseguiu os 1 milhão de lixo, os chapéus estão aqui para te ajudar.
I didn't know how much this was worth, but it looked expensive.
Pera, e se eu tirar outra foto? Não.
Now then, it's a big broke, haven't seen my wife with that's a what I collect. It's a big, can never the police up shut. It's a big, I won't, it's a big, that's a big, I like it, that's a big, I've already, this looks it, I've already, now that's cool. Haven't seen what I collect. Now that's, I won't, my wife, haven't seen, can never, impressive, that's a body, impressive, can't sit, I collect, the police up, that's a body, I won't, it's a big, that's a body, my wife, I won't, that's a big, haven't seen, I like it, this is nice, that's a body, can't sit, the police up, if that's I won't, I'll just, I like it, I collect, haven't seen, can't sit, the police up, that's going cheap as I collect, that's a big, that's a body, impressive, I will, everything else is junk. Go on then.
Pera, tinha alguma coisa aqui? Não. Eu gostaria de uma chapa de volta. Cadê? Onde é que é a foto do chapa do Sherlock? Ah, lá na ilha principal. Não quero. Por isso. Eu nem consigo ver que chefes são quais. Não vou tentar fazer isso não. Vamos encerrando já, vou acabar mais cedo. A hora do final do jogo, porque eu consegui coletar 1 milhão de lixo. Logo eu posso virar um menino de verdade. Eu acho que eu posso jogar videogame também, né? É no Nintendo. Mas não, vamos encerrar, vai. Eu mereço descanso depois desse jogo.
Over the next couple of months I started to get slower and slower. I needed a cane to help me walk, and my circuits felt so cold that the old lady suggested I wore the old man's lovely thick jacket. Life was simple, one day into the next, just helping out wherever I could. Then one morning things got really exciting. Mrs. Silton was going to have the baby. Eventually, after much screaming and cursing, mostly from Mr. Silton, the baby was born. He was this lovely little squishy pink thing, but for some reason he wouldn't stop crying. Alice suggested getting him a teddy bear, but there was no way Heather was giving hers away. That's when I remembered something. That's perfect, said the old lady. Thank you.
Sonho. Poxa. Para me dizer que eu tenho que fazer parkour aqui também. Ele tá orgulhoso. Ótimo. Hum.
And so I was born. The first people I remember seeing were the old man, the old lady, and their daughter, Heather.
Oh. Oh. Gostei. Odiei, mas eu gostei também. Foi um jogo interessante. Teria umas partes que seria ótimo se não existisse, mas fazer o quê, né? É a vida. Mas é um joguinho bom. Um joguinho bom. A história até que é boa. A história até que é boa. Party. Tá bom, a história não é a história é decente. A história é decente. Eu gostei da história, não da gameplay. Maldita câmera. Enfim. Com isso, Horace acabou. Yumi Bomi. Então, muito obrigada pra todo mundo que veio. Amanhã, 3 da tarde, eu não faço a menor ideia do que eu vou jogar. Tô pensando se eu tento ir no episódio Aigas. Ou se eu continuo vivendo na ignorância. Eu não sei. Enfim, eu vou decidir depois. Então, muito obrigada. Boa noite. E eu vejo vocês depois. Até mais.